Hi viewers, I am Dr. Shankar, Assistant Professor of Botany, SRA Government Arts and Science College, Karimnagar. Today I am going to explain about Gleiser cycle. Gleiser cycle, it can be defined as a degradation of fats into fatty acids and glycerol. This cycle is also called as glyceric acid cycle. It occurs in glycosomes, mitochondria, and cytosol. The cycle was discovered by Korenberg and Krebs in 1957. This cycle is restricted to fatty acids, bacteria, yeast, and molds. It is not found in animal cells. In this, fatty acids and glycerol are both converted into sucrose. I already explained in previous classes that in beta oxidation, fats are hydrolyzed to fatty acids and glycerol, acetyl coenzyme A. So, and further, the fatty acids are degraded into form 3 or 4 carbon compounds, which are in turn to form sucrose in germinating seeds. So this is the flow chart of Gleiser cycle. Here, acetyl which is a byproduct of beta oxidation. This acetyl coenzyme A enters into Krebs cycle. As you know that this Gleiser cycle is similar to the Krebs cycle, but some reactions are differ from this cycle. So there are many reactions involved in this cycle, and this cycle occurs in glycosomes, mitochondria, and cytoplasm. Reactions occur in condensation reaction. First reaction, that is reactions takes place in glycosomes. First reaction is condensation reaction. Oxaloacetic acid in the presence of citric synthetase react with one acetyl coenzyme A to form citric acid. This is the first reaction which is present in Krebs cycle also. So here condensation means 2 or more molecules club together to form a compound. And second reaction is dehydration. Dehydration means removal of water molecule from substrate. Here citric acid is dehydrated into cis-aconitic acid. This reaction is catalyzed by aconitase. So in this reaction, one water molecule is removed. And coming to the third reaction, hydration. Hydration means addition of water molecule to the substrate. Cis-aconitic acid is hydrolyzed to form isocitric acid. This reaction is catalyzed by the same enzyme which is catalyzed dehydration reaction, that is aconitase enzyme catalyzes the reaction. So cis-aconic acid plus water molecule gives rise to isocitric acid. And coming to the fourth reaction, that is cleavage. Cleavage means splitting. Isocitric acid in the presence of isocitrate lyase is splits into 1 molecule of succinic acid and 1 molecule of glazeric acid, glyoxylic acid. We also call this glyoxylic acid or glyoxylic acid. This glyoxylic acid, before entering the mitochondria, it, it undergoes condensation reaction by Maillard synthetase in terms which form malic acid. So glyoxylic acid plus acetyl coenzyme A plus water gives us to malic acid. In this reaction, one coenzyme A is released. Here, in mitochondria, malic acid or citric acid or succinic acid moves into mitochondrial matrix from glycosomes. That may be succinic acid or malic acid or citric acid. Any one of them enters into the mitochondrial matrix where further reactions takes place. And coming to the mitochondria organ, which reactions are which is the succinic acid or malic acid are oxidized to form oxalic acid. Now, in mitochondrial matrix, first reaction is oxidation reaction. Succinic acid, in the presence of succinic dehydrogenase, is dehydrogenated into form fumaric acid. In this reaction, FAD, that is flavin adenine dinucleotide, is reduced to FADH2. So succinic acid plus FAD gives us to fumaric acid plus FADH2. Now, second reaction which occurs in mitochondrial matrix, that is hydration reaction. Fumaric acid in the presence of fumarase enzyme hydrolyzed to malic acid. So here one water molecule is utilized to form malic acid. So the reaction is fumaric acid plus water gives us to malic acid. Now the third reaction is oxidation. As you know that oxidation means a removal of hydrogen molecules or addition of oxygen molecules to the substrate, or removal of hydrogen molecules from the substrate is called oxidation. Now, malic acid in the presence of malic dehydrogenase is dehydrogenated into form oxaloacetic acid. It is 4-carbon compound. So, malic acid plus NAD gives us to oxaloacetic acid plus NADH2. This reaction is catalyzed by malic dehydrogenase. Now, oxaloacetic acid enters into cytoplasm where it is decarboxylated to form PEP, phosphoenol pyruvic acid or phosphoenol pyruvate. Oxaloacetic acid in the presence of pyruvate decarboxylase is decarboxylated to form phosphoenol pyruvic acid. So in this reaction, one ATP molecule is utilized and one carbon dioxide is released. So in the reaction, oxaloacetic acid plus ATP gives us to PEP plus CO2 plus ADP, adenosine diphosphate. Here this is the ADP, read as ADP instead of ATP. Okay, ADP. Now, phosphoenol pyruvic acid is diffused to embryonic tissue of protoplastids. This PEP is transported to embryonic tissues of protoplastids, where PEP is converted into glucose 6-phosphate by reverse reactions of glycolysis. As you already know that glycolysis means splitting of glucose molecules into two molecules of pyruvic acid is glycolysis. The same reactions which are present are reversible to form from PEP to glucose 6-phosphate. Now, hexose phosphate enters into cytoplasm where it is converted into sucrose. So the cycle is continued till the formation of chloroplast in seedlings, where plants acquire the ability to photosynthesize. then glycosomes disappear. Consequently, this cycle ceases to work. Significance of this cycle, it is bypass reaction of TCA cycle. It is bypass reaction of Krebs cycle. It occurs in bacteria when they are cultured in acetate-rich carbon source. When higher fatty acids are oxidized into acetyl coenzyme A without forming pyruvic acid, then acetyl coenzyme enters into glycerol cycle. So thank you for watching my video.